Hey folks, thanks a lot for your patience. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Streaming Ones. This is part 2 of our Playable Faction expose focusing on the Dragon. We're going to be doing some awesome giveaways, going into the lore and backgrounds of the Dragon, and it's going to be a good time. Thanks for joining us. What's up?
What's lore?
What's lore? What is lore?
Lore is life.
Lore is life. Bubam.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
My name's Andy Bennett, and I'm your community manager.
I'm Joshua Deach. I'm your lead writer.
And I'm Romain Tilty. I'm the game director on The Secret World. And I'm not fully awake right now, so this might get interesting.
It's going to be a high-intensity stream. We're going to go all about chaos theory. I'm going to be
That is true.
man.
You know what? This is why this stream is so chaotic. To start with, like, not to tell you what happened behind the scenes, but this has been one of the most chaotic day, and
This is
yeah,
that's a thematic choice.
and yeah, it really is.
You made
It's
that
like
choice.
living this day as a dragon, and it's stressful,
Mm-hmm.
but awesome, but stressful.
The life of a dragon is underrated, indeed.
Yeah. All right, dragons.
Dragon. There are a faction that doesn't have as clear a real world correlation as the other two factions,
Mhm.
which creatively makes its own challenges and advantages. You're free to kind of weave whatever lore you want, but you don't have the symbolism in the real world as much, other than what we actually create, connecting two things like
You're free
chaos
to give it
theory.
the coolest name, because
Coolest
dragon.
name. Oh,
What
that's
is
true.
what is cooler than a dragon?
Oh, that's cool, and they got a cool symbol.
I like dragon.
That toothy face symbol's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna get a face tattoo, but if I was,
Right. That would be awesome.
but I'm not.
But you
if.
should.
But
Right.
if,
Yeah.
but I won't.
Great.
But I will.
But maybe. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Well, we're gonna do it like last times. We made a new character, a new fancy little dragonette that we're gonna run through the story mission, and then we'll give you some of the behind the scenes, what happens, why we did things this way, and tell you more about some of the characters. Show you some cool concepts. And hopefully finish the stream alive. That's my goal today.
Ooh, maybe not.
It's aiming high.
It's sweeps week, and someone
Yeah.
won't survive this episode.
Getcha. I'm the dragon. And we go and do this the right way. He has no idea
What just happened?
It's okay. Not that kind of dragon.
What?
It's alright.
I just need my steel chair. I'll get.
I was afraid you were gonna like jump on me or something. Kind of a goal.
I was gonna tell them no
Mexican
about the mask,
wrestling.
but it tested well, so they said we have to use it.
That's amazing. And I had no idea. This is the type of chaos I'm expecting of.
Who knows what could happen
Today.
in this issue? Who knows when
Ooh,
Tilty
you
will
better
die.
watch out.
Oh no.
The dragon gonna get ya.
All right. Well. Actually, before we start
Well,
going in a.
It's nice knowing y'all.
Before we start going
Fire
into the
Andy.
dragons,
Fire
let's
Andy.
let's have a quick look actually at our dragon costumes. We'll start with a concept today, be all
Concept,
fancy and everything. Let's have a look at this. Ooh, fancy. So you probably recognize this outfit. This is one of the faction outfits which you can get. It's also one of our character from the box version of the game. He made the cut. So this is a very cool concept, pretty old now. Like we went through a lot of iterations, like a lot of way of.
Some of
going
you
with
weren't
the
alive
arms.
when this concept was made.
I know.
Scoring so many years ago.
It is possible. It is possible. But yeah, we actually have the female version of this outfit. I don't know if that was ever released before. So there you go.
A little orthographic of the female design, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
very intricate
I'm
designs on the
yeah.
side. There's been like a lot of cool over design. I didn't want to show some of the older concept because I'm sure people in there would have been, but that was better. Like we went through tons of different versions of the armor. Some of them were a little bit more beastly, felt a little bit more like high fantasy armors, like more like mythological dragon oriented, so with spikes and stuff. But it's kind of went into the idea of usability and secret factions. Didn't feel like the kind of outfit you'd
Right.
want
Well,
to.
that's part of selecting
sneak
a
behind
creative
someone.
tone is not just picking the cool stuff,
Yeah.
but picking the cool stuff that fits what you're going for.
That is somewhat realistic, yeah. So that's really where the color scheme becomes important of this kind of thing. You can recognize obviously like the green and bright red. That makes for a dragon faction.
We're all wearing green underwear, right?
I am.
Well, I'm wearing a green shirt. You guys let me down. We're
That
supposed to be.
It's vaguely.
It is green.
That's
It is green. You guys.
like, I wouldn't be sure what faction you were if you were.
This
like,
is green. This is what I do. I can just
green enough.
quickly cheat. Yeah, it's greener than your thing.
Not mine.
It's greener than his.
It's very
Yeah.
much so greener than
Yeah,
mine. Correct.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, the green
Let
Argyle had
down.
a huge tear in it here, and I was trying to get it repaired, but I couldn't get it done in time. It's too much.
It's chaotic. You should have
I
just
should've.
handled it. Yeah, I get me
I got it ripped during my underground wrestling run.
Dragons and holes.
Didn't want too many elbow
that,
drops.
that illegal underground
Yeah.
Argyle wrestling ring. We do not talk about Argyle Wrestling Club.
All right, let's get into this. We have a little
we have-
tilties created.
Another character from the Tiltiverse.
I do not, just so you know, like, Andy right here is nice enough to create those characters for me. Today has been a very busy day, so
You hit the
I don't
big time.
see them until the...
People make characters, and you're like, I got people that do
I
that.
got people do it. Oh, man, this is cool. I didn't think
No
it...
problem.
I didn't think of it this way. It's like,
Create characters for
I
me,
get my
no
people
problem.
do
Man,
it.
I still make my own characters. I'm still in touch.
Part of,
I'll just...
part of the people.
I'm one of the
Damn.
writer of the people.
Chaos.
Chaos.
One day you'll understand. One day you'll
find out when you're
understand. Yeah. All right.
Great.
In Tokyo, when
One
the
week.
military is
And so apparently we're not allowed to
maintaining
talk
a
on this, guys.
perimeter around the site of last month's terrorist attack.
What if we breathe
The
heavy?
Japanese government has stated that an unidentified radical political group released a biological agent in the Tokyo subway, less than 1 kilometer from Orochi Tower. Although the area has been evacuated, there have been eyewitness reports of activity inside the perimeter, including ongoing fighting between Orochi security personnel and armed civilians. Authorities are denying these reports, and the military has barred anyone from approaching within 100 meters of the temporary perimeter fence.
See the end of days. You will see the dawning of a new age. To be a monarch or a beggar. To lose everything or to become a god. To stand with us or against us. The choice is yours. Remember this.
Be mindful of the voices.
Listen to the voices
They will
that whisper in your sleep.
You are with the chosen,
with
but
the
you
chosen,
must choose for
But you
yourself.
must make the right choices.
You are cursed with free will.
You are cursed with free will. We are here to guide you to the light.
It's not my place to intervene, but then this,
Even if this is merely a dream.
Make the right
Make
choices.
the right choices. And be mindful of the voices that whisper,
They corrupt.
for they speak the truth.
All right.
And we're back. We actually got like censored this time.
Okay.
I was
Got cut out for your protection.
yeah. Can't talk, can't see us. It's like
It's a web of lies.
Chicken
Chaos.
There was a butterfly in the van.
it was. I heard people in the chat mention like the distortion on the first cutscene. News to me as well. It's
That is the ripples in reality that occur under high concentrations of, what's the word today? Chaos.
when you play a dragon, all those things.
Chaos.
Chaos. Gonna give him the elbow.
But yeah.
We need a steel chair or a luchador auxiliary weapon.
We have very few
Close.
steel chairs.
So dragon intro, little TLTs got zapped, put in a van, and then dropped in a street. Ooh,
By people with their
is
mouths sewn
locked.
shut.
Yeah.
So
I wish I could do that to
there's-
some people
there's
in this very room.
It's not a good idea. It's bad to do to people.
It would.
It's
Wait,
bad to do to beloved comic book franchises. It's good to do on
to
spooky,
writers,
spooky
to lead writers,
characters.
to force them to write everything rather than actually
Oh, okay.
speak it out. You'd be so much better if all you could do was write.
I'm
That's
sure,
true.
I'm sure I would be. I'm sure I would.
I'm gonna talk to the producer and see. I have an idea.
So I'm going to talk while I can. So right away you get a sense of the dragon being maybe extra peculiar. The other two factions send you people that try and convince you. Some more aggressively than others to join their faction. This, due to the sewn mouth, saps you when you wake
Yeah,
up here.
very different from the Illuminati speech.
Yeah, no TikTok.
No, yeah.
God, I would punch someone with a TikTok.
He sets the mood pretty well. You don't know what happens. You land in Seoul and you still have no idea what happened. You don't know where you are. All you have is some butterflies in front of you.
Yes.
Those little butterflies.
Of course.
This again, it's actually, you know what, so an interesting thing about implementing those missions is I've seen maybe 3 or 4 versions of each of the introduction
Right.
mission of each of the game. These have changed a lot, like, you know, depending from the cameras, and all of us were done based on feedback and people playing and getting lost. This one, you used to follow a little girl in a raincoat.
Oh, I remember that version.
You remember?
That
Yeah.
was kind of creepy, yeah, because I'm like, I've seen enough Asian horror movies that I'm like, do I want to follow the mysterious little girl?
Yeah,
Probably not.
and that's the main feedback that what we had is like a lot of people saying about I don't want to follow her. Right? It's like, well, what else are you gonna do?
Your instincts would normally tell you, yeah.
I
don't
typed
follow.
in nope.
Nope.
The problem is like it was like a little yellow parka, so it looks like as well like, you know,
Oh,
the
man, I
kid
remember
from
that.
like
Yeah, Fantastic
from
Beasts.
It, and it's like, yeah, you know, don't like, you know, I wanted to go and save her from the evil clown.
And originally, when the monk knocks on your door, he does a song and dance number, but Tilty sewed his mouth shut.
Yeah. It was originally voiced by Josh, and I was like, no, that's just too much.
That was going to be my
That's like-
breakout. I thought I'd made it. God damn it.
It's a big break.
Almost made it. All right, cuts in. We're getting muted again. No.
No, we won't mute it this time.
Yes.
Chaos.
No.
It's in here somewhere. I've seen it. I've seen. Are you familiar with the butterfly effect? It asserts that just a tiny change in initial conditions can dramatically change the long-term behavior of a system, like a butterfly's wings affecting the weather system, turning a light breeze into a tsunami. Most people take this to mean there's no way to predict or find patterns in a system so easily affected by tiny, random, seemingly insignificant
There's
events.
just a moment
But
aside.
chaos theory is not
My
about
dog does
chaos.
the same thing.
It's about order. It's about finding the underlying order in apparently random data.
I mean, you can.
In chaos. In other words, chaos isn't. Chaos isn't. There's always order. Always. That order is what the dragon chases relentlessly. What they're doing is experimentation. They are testing the systems. They breeding butterflies so that they can discern the patterns. The more random data they introduce to the system, the more data they get back. They're creating a model of the universe, one tsunami at a time. But this is a controlled experiment. So the dragon ensures that with every tiny random change, they remain in complete control. They are ruthless planners. And what they're doing, what they're planning, is acts of... In a way, they are terrorists. Except their acts of terror are small, seemingly without consequence. They don't blow up buildings or planes. They don't murder the innocent. They don't have a doctrine. What they are doing is a lot more subtle, a lot more effective. They now have enough data in their models now to predict causality, at least to some degree. They put you somewhere, they have a good idea what's going to happen. That's what it's all about. Why you've been brought here to Seoul. I'm sure you're asking yourself, why me? Why now? It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters now is that you've been brought here because they want you here. They need you here. Everything from the moment they visited you until this conversation, it may seem like a series of coincidences, random events. Carefully planned. Part of a model they've designed. Part of a system. It's an experiment, don't you see? Everything has a purpose. Everything is true. Sooner or later, they all go upstairs.
Oh, bam.
Yeah. So that's the first thing you find about the dragon is either they say nothing at all or they talk a lot.
Talk a lot.
Talk a
Well,
lot.
what I like about this character is you have a very plain, mundane character in a fairly mundane situation of a karaoke bar to give hints at the fantastical things that are coming our way.
Yeah. Fun facts actually, like listing the incredibly talented people of Funcom. You guys probably know, I mentioned before, like the voice behind the Siren song as part of the story mission was Alisa, like one of our employees. The person who actually sings during this cutscene, like that K-pop song, was the wife of Simon Poole, the audio director.
Huh.
She has a lovely voice.
Fun fact.
That's some fun trivia. I had no
Yeah.
idea.
There you go. All right. But
Oh, real quick, actually, Chad has a quick question. So was the professor actually? So has he always been there since the very beginning, like since the launch of the game, or was he added after launch at some point? Someone was wondering.
It's always-
I think
it's
he's
al-
always
it's always been
okay.
there, yeah.
Okay, cool.
let's see. It's the first really indication. Like it's it's the first
Yeah,
guy you speak
just
to within
introduce
your
you,
dragon introduction. Before you go upstairs, it was added late in a beta though. That is true. They used to be like you just ended up at the hotel and then roamed around until you ended up in a room upstairs, trying to keep this kind of feeling of being chaotic and not really knowing what to do. But of course, as an introduction to a game, not knowing what to do is never a very good thing. So we added this guy who gave a lot of background story. But we launched with him. Let's have a look at some more concepts.
Some concept art. Great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know something. And just because, like, you know, we went through Seoul, I actually wanted to show you guys some of the Seoul environments that we worked on. You probably recognize here, like the Fight Club area, the PvP area of Seoul. which is really cool, and I wish we used it more because it's a very cool layout, like with big buildings, and it's very nice. Let's move on to another one. So you probably know this. I think it's used as one of the loading screens.
I know that one.
It really sets the mood.
I love the colors on this one, actually. This is one of my favorite pieces of art that we have.
It's beautiful, yeah.
In the game, yeah, for sure.
It really, really is.
Yeah.
Well, we have some good concept artists, and it's great. It really captures, I think, that feeling of like the city in the rain, kind of sad, but vibrant in colors still.
And so mysterious.
Yeah.
So chaotic.
And I think the next one you guys have probably never seen. It was another, like, kind of again giving the idea of the little streets and just kind of a mood concept. So I didn't quite follow it to the letter, but just to give the world artists, like the world designers, an idea of what we were aiming for. So yeah, those concepts really crucial in game development.
Yeah, it's a cool shot too.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
But now I've been told to go upstairs. What is gonna happen upstairs?
Dun, dun, dun.
This is why our game is rating mature people. So if you if there's any children
Also for the
watching,
sophisticated lore writing.
I don't know what he's saying. It's what? No. The butterflies are back. Let's have a look.
This is quite a controversial scene as well. It's a fun one for sure.
That's a great scene. Introducing Akma and Hannah.
So why hello. Step into my office.
So it means to be a dragon, you have to be very trusting. It's like she's been having quite a day today. Like this morning, this guy zapped me in the head, and then I went to this room, and this woman just dragged me into the bedroom like if nothing happened.
Yeah. You've been walking around everywhere. You just need a foot rub.
That's true.
Yeah. What better way to introduce you to Chaos Theory than you got a little reflexology treatment?
Right.
She seemed trustworthy.
Yeah.
And a dude with a weird hand.
Can we get that
You're
dress?
shy.
Is that dress available for players? I don't think it is. Yeah.
Shy.
That's.
Confused. Lost.
I don't know. I don't think it is. No, that's a good point.
You're not lost anymore.
I shall put it on my list.
Feedback noted.
Dragon
Thank you,
found
Megler.
you. And now, you found me. Everything happens for a reason. Every event
Ramon's actually
No matter
scribbling
how
that
small.
down for point of reference.
has
I'm just scribbling.
I'm taking notes.
consequences.
No. Hey, can you move the mouse also real quick? Sorry. Thanks.
They will ask you to do things, and most of the time, you will not know why, or what the consequences may be. It is the curse of the dragon. We do not know why we do what we do, but we do it, regardless, because they tell us it is right. From chaos, there is order. Order and clarity. The one moment of absolute clarity comes in that brief exhalation of ecstasy. When our minds are empty, we are receptive to the truth. Most of the time, you will not understand their reasons. You will not be able to see the consequences of your actions. But there is one event you must understand. One truth. It's my job to help you see it.
We can have a cutscene, but
Oh, well, that's fine.
yeah,
All right.
we can talk.
Hello. So those we were introduced to two characters, Hannah
It's all shut
and
down.
Akma.
Yeah, we hear some people actually. The names may have never been revealed, and I don't think they are because they're not NPCs who are in a playfield. So yes, the lady in red is called Hannah, and her demonic friend, or the guy in the white briefs is Akma.
Something
Akma
worse.
actually is a demon.
Something that
He
brought
was
the
born
filth
in
with
the
it.
Hell realms.
So we fight.
Well, actually, there's a cutscene going at the same time.
That's what us
Well,
Templars do.
I enjoy a good fight. It's just these trousers are bloody velvet.
Sarah! Thank Gaia!
So yeah, so just before we go into those characters, we're gonna do like last time. We're actually gonna skip the Tokyo flashback sessions. We just want to focus on the story from the dragons right now. So I will leave this place, but we're going to talk a little bit more about what just happened. And before we go into those characters, I just wanted to say one thing, because I know it's particularly at launch there was a lot of back and forth in that particular cutscenes from the dragons. Of the potential fact that it was controversial. For us, it's important. I mean, there's one of the main feedback that we got. I don't think is the fact, like the act of sending you into Tokyo, into Sarah's memories that as we just saw. The act was meant to be shocking. Again, it was a faction we wanted to have some fun with, like rather than doing the drug usage from the Illuminatis, and then we'll see how the Templars do it next time. But I know one of the main feedback that happened was again into some of the players where people who have their own character story written, who have their own character sexuality, were upset. Like if women were not gay, or if guys were gay, people were upset, saying, "Oh, I would never let a female character do this to my character." One of the things to think about Hannah is like she's slightly more than what she seems, and it's your character is in kind of a trance, like you are being seduced, and it really transcends the sexuality. And that's why this cutscenes kind of works. Like you still, with everything that happened to you in that day, and it is like a day which is full of chaos, of back and forth and ups and downs. It's kind of it's why it works, like in our head, like and you should not feel too much, because this is why this is a secret world. Like in reality, this would be worth going to the police station for, but within this within this world and with what happened, it is part of this kind of rules that makes it something that none of us, I think, really know in the real world. Or if you do, you have a very interesting life. Do you want to tell us more about
well, Hannah has a near supernatural ability to unlock certain hidden portions of potential in individuals, or certain secrets that either they don't themselves know or that they want to keep hidden. And her and Akma, besides recruiting characters, at least in the backstory of them, go around punishing certain people that have really nasty secrets, or uncover the potential of characters like your player character and send them on their way to things that they're not even completely certain why. They just know that they have to do this. It's part of the mysterious nature of the dragon. Akma has been on Earth for a long time. He was born in the Hell Dimensions, but during one of the many Hell Wars, he accidentally ended up in our world, on Earth. And
so he's not quite human. I think there's a lot of things which people don't say notice. The hand. If you go back and play the cutscene, you will see his hand is demonic. His eyes as well are slightly different than normal. So he's not just a guy in white briefs.
He's been floundering through our world for centuries. He was a plaything of some cons that caught him and used him for pit fights and things like that. He eventually escaped. He was involved in all kinds of things throughout history. He ended up meeting Hannah, fairly recently, but he's secretly fallen in love with her. She has an completely accepting nature, so she doesn't care about the fact that he's a demon. And now they're a duo in the modern world.
Oh. He's probably not very happy about. I guess he's not a very jealous type.
Well, he's protective, as we saw. And that's a little insight as to maybe why.
Yeah.
Great. So I'd like to take
back
a
to
quick
Seoul.
moment here and do a quick little raffle and giveaway
Yeah.
for some bonus points.
I think I might be running into a cutscene, but
Oh, yes,
feel
okay.
free to raffle all the way.
Yeah, we'll do it during the raffle. I'm gonna open the raffles. This will be for 600 bonus points.
600 million bonus points.
He
You
pays.
must leave now.
Or, wait.
They are asking for you. I'm sorry you had to see. I'm sorry.
All
All
right.
right.
And that was the get out moment. You're not welcome anymore.
Get out of here, stalker. You ain't welcome here.
All right.
Characters talk to a math teacher, listen to some quality karaoke, experienced a vision of Tokyo, and we've got a green monk.
Yeah,
Silent
with
monk.
his mouth shut.
Yeah, it's always a cool, creepy image. So Miles.
I like his eyebrows too. Should get tattooed eyebrows. Cool design. I like the dragons. They what?
Nothing at all.
You just randomly.
Chaos.
I felt like I was missing something.
Yeah.
Oof. So here we go into the Dragon HQ. So all of you at Templars and Illuminati watching, now you know where we're hiding. So a little visit of Rainy Soul.
It's always so rainy.
It is.
Someone is asking, when can we get rain in London? If it's always raining in Seoul, why not London?
Does it rain in London?
We'll just blame Chaos.
It's all
It'll be the
it's all-
TSW version of A Wizard Did It.
Wizard did it.
The dragon did it.
Yeah.
Chaos.
There's a player here who's praying to
Oh wow.
a tree.
You gotta
He may
devote-
know something. There's
devote
something
player.
special about this tree. But things will be revealed in time. And not today.
Alright, we're gonna draw a winner here for our raffle. Ba-bam. Oh, hey! I know you. Congrats to Q Miley on winning 600 bonus points. I remember you from some of your fan art contributions and from my general putzing about on the Twitters and the
Nice.
face boxes and the forums. So, yeah, great.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Very cool. Our first winner of the day.
Dun, da, da, da.
And there'll be more soon.
More.
Ooh.
You're doing very strange noises
I
today.
am. I
Yeah.
am today. Yeah,
Trying
I'm
out
just
some-
very loopy.
Trying out
Okay.
some
In a
noises.
good way. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everyone.
Yay.
Yay. Saw an awesome thing earlier this morning announcing a new game about collectible monsters that might fit inside of your pocket, so I was really giddy about that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's and then I got this
Excitement.
awesome present from a friend of mine, one of my GM friends.
It is
So
amazing.
I'm like super giddy about this.
It
I'm pretty
suits you
jealous.
surprisingly well.
Pretty jealous of your
Alarmingly
luchador
well.
mask.
The fact that your mustache comes out where the nose should be is terrifying. But let's move on into the Dojang to meet more characters.
I am a child.
You are.
This is
I
a
am
serious
child.
place of business.
I am a child at heart and in soul and possibly in body.
In Seoul.
In soul, yes.
Yes.
I see what you did there.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Making more weird noises. Okay, I'll stop.
Let's meet Desu.
I am Desu. I am owner of the way. You are the dragon, one of 10,000 raindrops to begin a flood that will crash upon the stagnant and fearful. From out of the stillness comes great force for change. I will show you. This is a house of learning. None come here unless they are prepared to learn. You contain a power, the power of anima. It is of your breath, your blood, your life. It is an energy many seek to understand, seek to control. You are extraordinary. You can channel this anima to do your will, to do the will of the dragon. The closed fist, the talisman, the sword, even the gun, all of these are instruments awaiting your direction. Look around this house at the weapons of war. Take them, sound them out, learn the opportunities they provide. Learn the way. This is your time for change. Before, your life was clouded, uncertain. That has ended. Dark days are coming. Some say they have already arrived and bring all we deserve. We shall train you to resist these dark days, and in resisting, reshape them. That is the way.
Hello.
All right. It is time to choose your destiny, choose your
Yes.
weapons. So
A
again, we'll just
trainer
go
who is
through,
the owner of the way. Blood magic. That's my favorite.
I'm going with a
Just
very
shocking.
efficient choose the first thing which is available way of making your build.
Blood.
And if you guys have played the game and you know it's
Oh,
the
man.
best way of making build, not knowing
I
what
was
you are.
playing with blood magic again last week, and I noticed a animation had changed since the last time I played.
Oh yeah.
Cardiac arrest is. Oh yeah, this is mature. audio. It's a fucking awesome animation now.
Shout out to artist.
like
Oh
the
my
stuff,
gosh.
like it's a. What am I about to say? It's funny. It's actually didn't realize you
Isn't that adorable?
thought before
Yeah, I think
you
before I
spoke.
thought.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So
That's
before
amazing.
The
It's
world
like-
first.
the cardiac arrest,
What?
you know, you do an attack that does a nice amount of damage and it impairs the victim. And before it was just you kind of shot this bloody dart thing, and it was fairly generic. But now you hold out your hand, the victim's heart flies to your hand, and then you don't just crush it. You like just with vindictiveness, you just like, and it pops, and it's. I've been doing that every time I play now, just going around.
We
Kali Ma. Yeah, it's a fun animation.
So yeah, we did. I mean, that's like year old news to some of the
Sorry.
people in this channel. But if you know, some of you guys as well are new to the game or thinking about coming back, we have revamped a lot of the abilities, particularly the ones that didn't feel quite as cool, like. And we made them better statistically, and we made them better visually. We still have a large plan of other abilities that we want to update. More coming, but we went with we've seen batch 1, and we want to do more stuff of his quality later. So it worked on Josh at
It
least. He likes
worked.
it.
Cardiac arrest works for me.
All right, let's say I'm going blood magic for my first one. And so now, as I mentioned last week, you can actually choose both weapons right away.
Good
Blood
improvement.
magic and fist, and I'm sure people are going to be cringing, saying, "What are you doing?"
What are you thinking?
But I say, why not? I can do what I want.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos. Just not magic.
So you'll notice the you'll notice actually like all the quests that you get. This one is very specific. The fact that you have a melee weapon, it detects it and does like it because melee start with the resources filled in. Like that's one of the differences between the melee weapon, the range, and magical weapons. The quest actually asks you to use those resources right away. So trying to make it as clear as possible to everybody to make sure they understand how to play the game. And now we're back to
Take this. Our age's
Daisu.
instrument of
Daisu.
chaos. The flash mob. The
Did you
right.
swank new phone?
The
While you
anonymous
drawing the
force.
blood of straw dummies.
gives us our interface.
We shall be in
Even the secret
some
esoteric
points.
orders of the world
Yeah.
know the most important thing is your
It's your
smartphone.
phone. Yep.
It is.
It's dangerous out there.
It is.
Take this.
I'm pretty sure it's
Da-na-na-na.
if you are recruited in a secret faction these days, I'm sure it's the first thing they would do. They say you can't use your
Here's
phone
your
now, use this
smartphone.
one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You'd have
It's all black boxed out and all that with all the craziest security firmware and all that kind of stuff.
the version of Angry Birds they won't show the
007
public.
has been. What is happening?
Whoa. Man. Was that gonna happen, or did you start something by noticing? I'm gonna go with the latter.
So you guys have to stay to this tree now, like, and something might happen. It might be, you know, several months from now, but stay here until it happens because
Yes.
you don't want to miss it. What's gonna happen is gonna be amazing, but then it's
Don't-
gonna be over and you'll have missed it. So stay put.
Just keep doing this.
It's all worth it.
The flap of one of
Be
your
good.
wings caused that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
That's
And what will
amazing.
that cause? All the actions of these
Oh.
worshippers cause down the line.
man.
What consequences
That's
will you
crazy.
want?
Hurricanes, butterfly
The
wings.
tree is gonna wither and die.
That's what we had the other day.
We had hurricanes and
We
butterfly
had
wings.
tornadoes touchdown. It's not really, but you
No,
know.
well, we had the warnings. Well,
That
did
was-
it touch down somewhere? I don't know.
It touched down like
To the
kinda close
Frenchie in me, that was
That must have been
crazy.
terrifying.
People talking about tornadoes here, and I'm
by.
like,
Yeah. So
That's
for
something-
reference, we had a tornado warning like right down the street from our office. Nothing ever happened. We did have like really bad like stormy weather and winds and all that kind of stuff. We had like what?
Yeah.
I love the way your ex is like, oh,
Yeah, it's
nothing,
no big deal.
whatever.
We got a message from the
That's-
manager saying, yeah,
but
just
that-
hide in the
I was
bathroom
like,
if you
under
need
my
to. It's not
desk
big deal,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Well, that's the.
We're gonna die.
I come from the Midwest, so like tornado is just a normal thing that you hear about, and it's funny how you take that for granted, and then people not are like, oh my god, there's a tornado warning. That means like the town's about to be wiped out. Right?
Yeah.
It's like nah, like I grew up with lots of storms. We had to go into the basement, but I've never actually seen a tornado. If
Yeah.
one it's not like a hurricane where like it's definitely coming through and destroying things. It's very specific, but yeah, when people aren't used to it, they're like, oh my,
Yeah,
we're all gonna die,
I'm from
right?
New Jersey, so it's like I don't know what a funnel cloud looks like.
Yeah.
What's that? So of course
No,
I'm gonna
scary.
I didn't care, but I. You know,
We don't
it's
get
actually
those
bad.
back home. We get rain sometimes.
Tornado.
It's bad. All right. Let's head and talk to the head of the dragon.
Welcome to the Dragon.
Ooh, look at this
Sorry
kid.
about the rough handling. Time's short
Wheezy,
and we don't
wheezy,
have the
wheezy.
luxury of a soft landing. I'm Bong Cha. I'm the voice of the dragon. You don't speak with the child. You don't speak with the monks. You speak with me. You get your instructions from me. That's how it works. Are we clear? We believe in free will, within boundaries. I'm gonna set those boundaries for you, and then it's up to you to make your own choices. We all have a role to play, and we're all part of the dragon. The head, the mouth, the claws and fire. Even the dust and debris swept along in our wake. We're all part of the equation, the reality disruption. We're agents of chaos, and we do what needs to be done to shape the future. We do what is necessary. At this moment, new systems are forming on Solomon Island. Think of it like the weather. A storm is brewing, and you're the butterfly. You need to flap your wings. Add another chaotic event to the mix. Aside from our rivals on the council, no one's getting in or out of Solomon Island. The only road is through Agartha, and your kind has the right-of-way in there. There are predictions, models. But even if I did show them to you, you wouldn't have a clue how to read them. Trust us to know where you'll be useful, where you'll be able to disrupt and add discord. The Templars and the Illuminati are racing to unlock the secrets of Solomon Island. We could wait and let them tear each other apart, but there are designs, models, awaiting new data, fresh agitators, acts of gentle terror. It's time to leave.
You've been dismissed by this child.
Yeah.
And Bongcha.
Yeah, I met Bong Cha and the child.
Let's talk a little bit about Bongcha first.
All right, I have some information pulled from the deepest,
Ooh, from the
darkest
secret-
pits of the wiki, the vaults. It's an actual place. I bring I have a gas-powered lantern that takes me to this information. Bong Cha is the dragon's executive assistant and is in ever-present presence. It's a weird sign. Is an ever-present presence at his side, invisible when needed. There are 10
You can
I'm
read,
sorry,
right?
I can read, but this is a really weird sentence in the wiki. They're to tend to his every need when appropriate. She is his right arm, his translator and interpreter, his mother and his caretaker. She is there to make sure all his wants are taken care of, and that his every command reaches its appropriate destination. To anyone watching, it's unclear exactly how this happens. It's like a chaotic symphony created by individual pieces that follow no obvious pattern, no preconceived rules. But when all the pieces come together, results in a perfect harmony. Remove one single note, and it all falls apart. And while he is the composer, Bong Cha is the conductor. How does she know what to do and when to do it? She just does. She was chosen by him, and she obeys his every command unquestioningly. She would sacrifice anything, everything for him and the organization. Bong Cha's history obviously extends back to before the last year when she was drafted by the Dragon, but that history really doesn't define her to a great extent, and she would obviously never talk about it or exclaim any kind of regret as to the life she left behind or any people that might have been important to that life. It's as if she was reborn to the organization. If someone who knew her in her former life were to ever recognize her, they would say that she was a model student in the last year of acquiring her law degree at one of Korea's most prestigious universities. She would say she was well-liked, or they would say she was well-liked, talented, smart, and unusually diligent in whatever she chose to apply herself to. Then one day she stood up from her seat at the library where she was studying and left, never to return.
Uh-huh.
Or not as yet to return.
Yeah, she may have come
So
back
she
now.
mysteriously joined the organization very suddenly.
So this is a lot about this character, like so important. Like hopefully that gives you a little bit more of insight behind her. If you play a dragon, and if you played dragon recently and completed the Tokyo story, you will know
Spoilers!
more about what happened to this character. So no real spoilers. We could maybe show what happens, but it's a very big spoiler. So I think it might be more interesting for everyone to go and have a look. Like the dragon story takes a big turn. With issue 11,
yeah.
And we're actually gonna talk a little bit about the kid as well, and I'll show you two concepts for him because we'll
So this is the first
talking
one,
a little
yeah.
bit about the turn. This is how you have seen the dragon. This was the original concept, and that kid makes an appearance looking a little bit more like this later, and that is quite mysterious.
He ages quite suddenly.
He went through a growth spurt, quite dramatic.
Has he ate?
He ate all
Ate
his soup.
his ages. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh.
I had to stop myself for a second. I was like, is this okay? Nah, it's fine.
But yeah, it's
Puberty.
the dragon is one of the youngest faction in there, so it's a bit more reactive to things happening around the world. And based on the event in Tokyo, we're definitely the ones who benefited the most of what happened down there and allowed the faction to suddenly grow. And for some reason, that
It's
child
developed, it's
seems to grow
changed.
too.
Well, so MMOs offer interesting challenges for the writing, and in an MMO, they lend themselves more easily to stories where the stories are more general, not necessarily following a path, little pocket stories. It's a little more difficult to have a progressing main story, all these worshippers. So yeah, in Tokyo and with the dragon, we try to show things changing, basically. Things shifting, give at least a hint, a sense of the shifting nature of any of the factions, the dragon in particular.
This is amazing.
It's beautiful.
But yes, this pretty much concludes. I think what we wanted to show about the dragon intro. I don't know if I had any. I think that's about it.
They're calling it the Till Tree.
That's amazing.
Yes!
Oh my gosh.
The legacy.
The legacy continues now.
So there you go, Dragon
Till
introduction. I'm sorry, I had a few more things prepared I wanted to do today as part of the stream, which unfortunately, I've been extremely busy for the last few days, so I didn't get a chance to do everything I wanted to do. I wanted to talk a little bit more about issue 14, but because of my busy schedules, you're all gonna have to pay for it, and you're gonna have to wait until next stream before I can show the stuff I wanted to show. So I'm really sorry, no much teasing today. It's taking shape pretty well. I'm really excited actually about this issue. We went back to it's good for us to go back to other locations. We're very inspired with the things that we wanted to do. The missions are really shaping up well. The overall missions is pretty awesome. We got some of the mood and everything we're trying to do is great. We got investigations. We got a very cool boss fight.
Chupacabra.
Really unique. It's I think that's as far as I'll go on.
Chupacabra, huh?
Yeah, you're going to be known as the Argyle Chupacabra.
Mustachio, I think that's your thing. Just look at that. It's just all you can see is the mustache coming out of the mouth.
Oh, I'm gonna get you.
This is crazy.
Watch your back, brother. Argyle Chupacabra's coming for you.
It's too good at this.
You gotta watch out. Take it from me, if you wear something strange on the stream and then you don't wear it later, they get upset.
They won't
So
recognize
are
you.
locked into
They
the
won't
mask.
recognize you.
What
with
if I
that.
put the hat on the lucha helmet?
So I'm gonna go and troll the poor Banks. So you guys, as you probably know, and it's something that amuses me to no
Pretty
extent.
amazing.
We finally added Banks in all the hubs. You wanted it, and 3 years later we gave it to you. So reaction time right there.
An umbrella.
But yeah, finally we got the faction. So we have those stories I was telling you about, what's happening. We have the representative, one of the Bartleby daughters, is standing there. We have people petitioning for the good health of NPCs.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And but no, she's in Seoul. She's
Creepy
being
bunny sad.
guarded by the dragons. Making sure she's not up to no good. Spying, obviously, like the Bartleby people are meant to be
People are
neutral
suited up.
as part of the faction. Like all of the banks is there to allow intradimensional banking. That's the official term, and that's a handful. And so they got to this deal with each of the factions to allow to have one representative working within the HQ, but each of them got given a different spot. Some of them are better treated than others. I'm not sure if the Illuminati one is better treated than her, to be honest. She got a chair, and then she's guarded into a spot, directly in the water, and she doesn't seem too happy about it. But look at that, players are willing to go and help her out, so she's safe. She doesn't need an umbrella. She's all good. She might cheer up one day and be happy.
Perhaps one day.
Perhaps one day.
Just give her an umbrella, Tilty. Just do it.
Chupacabra demands it.
What is happening on this side of the screen? It's so
Fun
crazy.
side.
Do you want to do the second raffle?
Yes, I would be happy to.
Do you want to do it in your mask?
Yes, I will do that. I hope I sound
First ever
Ooh.
raffle in a mask.
I'm gonna do it in character. Ooh, it's gonna be great. We're gonna give away 1,200 bonus points for the end of this stream, brother.
I'm scared.
It's gonna be so good. We're gonna start it. And there it goes.
This is just a typical day in the office.
When I first got this mask, I literally barged into the office and just started jumping up and down on my chair. And all the tools programs are like, what is going on? And then everyone else is like, what is going on? Oh, it's just Andy.
Mm-hmm. This is actually answer to many things. It's just Andy.
Beware the power.
That's
of the
just
mask.
Andy.
Get back to work,
Blame
people.
Andy.
It was not the tornado. It was just Andy.
Is it the power of the mask? Or did the mask just unlock what was inside Andy? We'll explore that next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Can this be my official suggestion for a Lucha Libre auxiliary weapon? Where you can make anima, like, wrestling rings pop up and you can do, like, body slams and... Okay.
It's official.
It's just a suggestion. We gotta make it happen.
Just hit the button that makes it happen.
Just push the red developer button.
Yeah.
Implement.
I
Boom.
watch
No problem.
all day, and they push buttons. So clearly, there's a button for everything.
Just hit the lore button.
Logic brought to you by the Armchair.
I'm being abused down there.
We love you.
No, we don't. But we respect
All
you.
right. But yeah, dragons. So next week,
Only one faction
don't
left: the
know.
Phoenicians.
Yes.
No?
What faction? There's no other faction. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're done with
There's no
factions, right?
factions.
Was it?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we will be looking at issue 14, I think, next week. We might actually postpone the Templars by one because I want to be able to give like proper time to talk a bit more about issue 14. So we're gonna do that next week. Reveal the location, some of the missions, maybe a release date.
A release date?
Maybe.
Whoa, bold move.
A lot could be happening. A lot could be happening next time, and then 2 weeks after that, we will go to the final faction,
That's what I like to hear.
Final faction.
the Circle of Wars.
Alright, we gonna close this raffle. We gonna draw it. Oh man! I get to say this name again! Satan Tits!
For real?
Congratulations! What is this? What is happening?
You hacking?
Satan.
Chaos!
Wow. Well, there's no further rules on
All hail
on
Satan
this. So
Tits.
look at all these people in Soul. This is amazing. They're everywhere. So congratulations. So see, you can win twice.
If your
Join
name
us every
is
week.
Satan Tits.
And if your name is somewhat, I don't know how to qualify
It's an
this.
M-rated game. We have to think for a
Yeah.
minute before we say it.
If you go
It's
with
for
good
the-
names, you
It's
get.
for the entertainment of
The
everyone.
devil's breasts are a mature
I only see
subject.
3 worshippers left. Awesome.
Alright.
Lucifer's
So yeah,
Aura.
for both Miley and Satan Tits, make sure to get your I'll make sure to get your bonus points to you ASAP. Of course,
It's better when it's said casually. That's funny. Like we'll be like Satan Tits, and
Just
it's
trying
kind
to
of
put
funny.
it in a sentence there.
just throwing in casual conversation. So yeah, I know. I remember your account name, so I'll get those delivered to you like right after the stream's over, and y'all can spend them on weird chaotic stuff or go buy stuff to go worship by the tree, the Till Tree or something like that. It'll be great.
The Till Tree. It's gonna be a children's book now. The Till Tree.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, and then yeah, just to clarify, also, yeah, we're on a bi-weekly streaming schedule right now, so we will not have a stream next week, but we will have another stream the week after, and that should be the issue 14 kind of like preview.
That's right.
Kind of deal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So tune in then. Should be pretty
All the stuff
exciting.
happening. We'll talk about some of the things happening on Test Live right now. If you guys haven't been on Test Live, you'll see there's some cool experimental things happening right now. So we won't spoil them, but we got some great feedback, and we'll be talking about this a little bit, and then about issue 14, and then a final faction. That's so many plans for the next month.
So much
So
to
little
stream.
time.
So little time, so much work. Gonna go
Great.
back.
There's no turning back.
It's no turn back.
Cool. Well, thank you guys for joining us today.
Yes.
We hope to see you next time. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Stop by and say hello to us on Twitter in the meantime.
Say hello
Yes.
to us all. Thanks for joining our insanity and my. Thanks to
That
this
guy.
sketchy for dealing with my bull crap, and for everyone who has to deal with me.
You can see he's scared that off camera I'm gonna be, what the hell were you doing?
I'm like terrified that
As soon
he's
as this
just gonna,
takes
That's how I am.
I'm gonna be
Oh,
the one
no.
that gets elbow dropped from the top,
Yeah.
top ropes or something like that. It'll be fine. It'll be
Camera goes off and slap.
It's like, oh no!
Kind of,
I just won't mute the mic and just hear like just brutalizing in the background.
No
Yeah.
Tilty, no.
Thank you all so much, folks.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll do some follow up with bonus points. We'll chat it up a little bit, and it'll be good stuff. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next episode.
Thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.